WVU Medicine, Camden Clark.
The unofficial results are in for Ohio's primary election. We have the outcomes of both local and statewide races. The city of Ravenswood dedicated its new Veterans Park playground today. Veterans Park features a reading wall, a skate park, and ADA accessible playground equipment. Meteorologist Kirk Greenfield has your forecast, and Josiah Schuneman joins us in sports. WTAP News at 11 starts now.
Live from our studios at One Television Plaza, this is WTAP News at 11.
The unofficial results for Ohio's primary are in. Good evening, and thank you for joining us this election day. I'm Phyllis Smith. We'll turn to the weather before we dive into election coverage. It's a chilly night. Meteorologist Kirk Greenfield joins us now with the first look at your forecast. Kirk.
We're looking at temperatures that are not terribly warm, but they are at least warmer than the last couple. We're at 47 degrees right now, and it feels like 43. The Jan Dills Marietta Skycam atop the Lafayette Hotel says our relative humidity is 33%. While that's not bad, coupled with the winds out of the southwest at 9, that produces a risk of fire danger. The pressure is 29.78 inches and rising. So when we look at the elevated fire risk, it's due to that low relative humidity. The winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Don't see many gusts at this hour, but the seasonal burn ban is in place as well. This will continue into tomorrow. So at midnight, we expect it to be about 44. We'll drop to close to 40 degrees as we start tomorrow with a mix of sun and clouds. I'll have the rest of the forecast through the weekend when I return. Back to you.
Thank you, Kirk. We start off our Ohio election coverage with the only local contested race. There has been a lot of focus on the Republican race for Washington County Sheriff. Mark Warden is the chief deputy at the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Greg Noe is a former Washington County Jail administrator. Warden is the unofficial winner in a very close race. Warden only has 21 more votes than Noe. Our reporter Chase Campbell will be coming up shortly with a live report on the possibility of a recount. Rylan Finzer and Michael Kripchak are the Democratic candidates for the Congressional 6th District unexpired term. This is because Representative Bill Johnson left this seat to become the president of Youngstown State University. Kripchak has been declared the unofficial winner. Michael Ruley, Reggie Stolfutz, and Rick Chai are the Republican candidates. Ruley is the unofficial winner for this race. Finzer and Kripchak are also the Democratic candidates for Ohio's 6th Congressional District after the unexpired term. Kripchak secured the nomination. Ruley, Stolfutz, and Chai are the Republican candidates. Ruley also got this nomination. Our Chase Campbell is joining us now live in the studio to tell us more about the outcome of the race for Washington County Sheriff. Chase, you've had a busy evening. What can you tell us?
Thanks, Phyllis. The results of the sheriff's race are in, and they aren't entirely conclusive. As of the unofficial count completed tonight, Mark Warden is beating Greg Noe by just 21 votes, as you said. Election officials say that's close enough that a recount may be necessary pending the canvassing of the election results. 92 provisional ballots also have yet to be counted. Those are ballots that depend on verifying the voter's identity before they can be counted. Those ballots, along with 61 absentee ballots, won't be counted until after canvassing, which can't take place until 8 days after the election. I was able to talk with Mark Warden shortly after tonight's results came in. Warden said he's not hugely satisfied with the inconclusive results, but understands that it's all part of the process.
You know, this is democracy at work, right? I mean, this is what it's all about. Citizens came out, casted their votes, and this is where it stands. So it's going to be a long next couple of days to see how all this shakes out.
I attempted to, but was unable to make contact with Greg Noe for comment. This still tightly contested race as it becomes available over the next few days. That's it for now. Thanks, Phyllis. Back to you.
Chase Campbell reporting live in the studio. Chase, thank you. Belpre City Schools is one of 3 levies that were up for renewal tonight. As for the Belpre City Schools renewal levy, it was a tight race, but the voters voted against the tax levy. Belpre City Schools was looking to renew the current levy that has been in place since 2014. The choice to vote against the levy came down to less than 70 votes. Voters chose to vote against the Warren Local Schools renewal levy. Warren Local Schools was looking to renew its levy that covers things like maintenance, textbooks, and transportation. The levy has been in place since 1995. 61% of voters were against it. For the Watertown additional levy, 65% of voters have voted for the tax levy, making this the only one that passed. Kevin Ritter and Shannon Walker are the Republican candidates for Ohio State Representative 94 District. Ritter is on the Washington County Commission and Walker is a small business owner. Ritter is the unofficial winner, getting 63% of the vote. Our Haley Lanham is live in the studio with reaction to the Belpre levy and the outcome of the race for Ohio State Representative 94. Haley.
Thank you, Phyllis. I spoke with the Superintendent Jeff Greenlee after the results from the Belpre City School District levy results came in. Greenlee is disappointed in the results as this is the first time in years that the levy has failed. Moving forward, they will discuss alternatives within the Board of Education meetings, which could include everything from trying to put the levy on the next ballot to making some cuts. I also had the chance to speak with Kevin Ritter, who won the Ohio primary election. This evening, Ritter expressed how pleased he is to have won the primary election and will be taking a breather for now, but closer to the general election, he will be right back at it again. Something Ritter is very passionate about is bringing in jobs within the state and working with economic issues in Columbus. He states he is looking forward to learning more about his opponent during the race during the general election. I will have more with Ritter and Greenlee tomorrow morning during daybreak. That's all I have. Back to you.
Haley Lanham reporting live in the studio. Haley, thank you. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump won their party's presidential primaries in Ohio today, banking more support after becoming their party's presumptive nominees last week. Along with Ohio's contest, Trump is expected to easily win GOP primaries in Arizona, Florida, Illinois, and Kansas. Biden is expected to do the same in all those states except Florida, where Democrats canceled their primary and opted to award all 224 of their delegates to Biden. Voters in some states are echoing arguments offered by Democrat Biden and Republican Trump. Biden's supporters see Trump as a threat to U.S. democracy. Trump supporters say Biden is too old and incompetent. Trump-endorsed Cleveland businessman Bernie Moreno has won the Republican Senate primary in Ohio and will face vulnerable Democratic U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown this fall. Moreno prevailed today over Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose and State Senator Matt Dolan. Brown's seat is expected to be a top GOP target in the November general election. He is the lone Democrat holding a non-judicial statewide office in Ohio. Ohio is a state that has moved steadily to the right during the Trump era. For Ohio Supreme Court, two Democrats, Lisa Forbes and Terry Jamieson, were squaring off. Forbes is the unofficial winner, getting 63% of the vote from the public. Don't forget about checking out election results on WTAP.com. We have more election results from Ohio posted on our web channel. Some of the races posted only online include Marietta East B local liquor option and Marietta East B local liquor option Sunday sales. You can find both local and statewide election results by heading to WTAP.com. Switching gears now from election coverage, Wood County Christian Schools will be giving away over 50,000 books on March 23rd. The book giveaway will run from 9 to 3 on Saturday in Wood County Christian Schools gym. WCCS secondary principal Jason Darty says the books are from Ohio Valley University's former library, which are being provided by West Virginia University at Parkersburg. Darty says the books range from collegiate literature to children's books. There are no restrictions on how many books a person can get.
I mean, books are a big part of learning, and so we hope that people will get these books for the benefit of their families. Teachers can use them for further educating students and increase literacy in the community. Donations will be accepted at the gym during the book giveaway.
Still ahead, we'll take you to the new Veterans Playground in Ravenswood we told you about the beginning of the broadcast. That story is next at 11.
Well, we're looking at sunny and breezy conditions that are expected to continue tomorrow. As a result, we'll have elevated fire danger once more. That's next.
Tonight's news poll is sponsored by Baker & Baker Jewelers and by the Basement Doctor of West Virginia.
They doubted West Virginia, our strength, our courage. They were dead wrong. Jim Justice created thousands of jobs, took on the opioid crisis, increased educational opportunity, and when Hollywood liberals like Bette Midler insulted West Virginians, Jim Justice gave the appropriate response.
Baby Dog tells Bette Midler and all those out there, kiss her hiney.
Defend American Jobs is responsible for the content of this message.
Power up your outdoor experience with Marietta Outdoor Power and Walker Mowers. Solutions for year-round productivity. From rugged landscapes to finely manicured lawns, trust Walker for unparalleled strength and versatility. At Marietta Outdoor Power, we don't just sell tractors. We offer expertise and service that goes the extra mile. Marietta Outdoor Power, your destination for top-notch Walker mowers. From push mowers to zero turns, tillers to tractors.
Marietta Outdoor Power. Our pride is in our service.
After a car wreck, life can change fast. Our best advice is, don't wait to get help. Insurance companies will start evaluating your claim before you even get your first medical bill, looking for any way to downplay your injuries and push you into an early settlement, all while you're just trying to get better. Having a lawyer doesn't always put you in a better position, but having advice does. So don't wait. Call Jim Leach today, because you may not need a lawyer, but you need to know.
WTAP is proud to feature our local high school academic achievers. Tune in to WTAP News at 10 every Tuesday on Fox Parkersburg and WTAP News at noon on Wednesday as we introduce you to some of the area's brightest students. Know a student who excels in and out of the classroom? Go to WTAP.com to make your nomination. The WTAP High School Academic Achiever of the Week, sponsored by Marietta College. WTAP, this is home. Serving Parkersburg, Marietta, and the entire Mid-Ohio Valley. You're watching WTAP News at 11.
The city of Ravenswood dedicated its new Veterans Park playground today. Veterans Park features a reading wall, a skate park, and ADA accessible playground equipment. According to Ravenswood Mayor Joshua Miller, the park was funded through the city's Marina and Recreation Bond. Miller says the work is a continuation of the city and county's efforts to make Ravenswood a destination for all to enjoy.
Just to see everybody here and enjoying it every day now, it's surreal. I mean, you think about all these ideas and these projects and you have your setbacks and your frustrations, but then after it's done, it's a relief for a minute, but at the same time you're in awe. You're like, you put so much into it. And again, the community, that's what it's about. If we're not building for the future, then what are we here for?
Veterans Park is near Ravenswood City Hall and the public library. The Wood County Board of Education will meet in a special session tomorrow for further discussion of its ongoing reduction in force. The meeting will start at 4:30 in the afternoon tomorrow at the Wood County Schools Central Office. The board will be conducting personnel hearings about the district's reduction in force and transfer process. The meeting will start with a general hearing followed by individual employee hearings. Employees will have the option to ask for a closed hearing. The reduction in force and transfer process comes as a result of the district losing state funding due to declining enrollment and the end of COVID assistance funds going into the next school year. We'll have more coverage of the meeting tomorrow evening. Yesterday was the first day of Severe Weather Awareness Week. The National Weather Service plays an important role in helping the public stay informed when severe weather strikes, but they also rely on trained people called spotters to help them.
We have great remote sensing technology between radar and satellite but have yet to invent a technology that can replace a pair of human eyeballs on a storm at a given moment. You can tell us what exactly is going on underneath, whether there's hail occurring, is there a wall cloud, a funnel cloud, you see a tornado. Some of the areas, especially up in your viewing area, have relatively poor radar coverage compared to the rest of the area, with beam heights sometimes above 5,000 feet. So it's difficult to know exactly what's going on at the lowest levels of the storm. But if you have a storm spotter underneath that storm, it's easy to tell exactly what's going on when we get that real-time feedback.
You can find out more about how to become a spotter by going to this interview on WTAP.com. Meteorologist Henry Groff will be previewing something new each day for Severe Weather Awareness Week. Well, speaking of the weather, let's check with meteorologist Kirk Greenfield for another look at the forecast. Kirk, I can't believe today is the first day of spring.
Yeah, hard to believe with temperatures like this, but just a few moments ago we crossed the line. It's now officially spring, even though it may not seem like it outside. Let's take a look at our radar satellite composite, and we see broken clouds going through the area. As the clouds cleared, it's allowed our temperatures to drop just a degree or two faster, a little further than expected. We're looking at the Highmark, West Virginia Skycam, 47 degrees right now. It feels like 43. Relative humidity is 33%. The wind's out of the southwest, down to 9 miles per hour now, and the barometer 29.78 inches, and beginning to rise once more. So when we take a look at our current temperatures, 49 down at Charleston, 47 in Parkersburg, 44 at Athens and Columbus, 46 over in Cincinnati and Wheeling as well. So there's not a great deal of variation. Breezes from the southwest, maybe 8 to 9 miles per hour up the Ohio River Valley. We're about 11 to 15 degrees warmer than we were last night at this same time. So a lot of relief there. Your furnace won't have to work quite as hard tonight. Looking at the radar echoes, nothing in the immediate vicinity, but it transitions over to snow flurries and snowfall in northeast Pennsylvania and into New York State. But that's not coming at us. That's beyond us. So as we take a look at the stream flow, it's going to continue from the southwest as we start into tomorrow. We'll have clear skies as we go overnight, but some clouds try to nose in here. It does look like we'll see sunshine to begin with, but then we have much colder air that'll be arriving, kicking off some flurries in northeast Ohio. Whether they'll make it down to us, doubtful, but it does look like we're going to be much colder tomorrow evening. And by the time we do the overnight into Thursday, we're going to be down to, well, temperatures you haven't seen for quite a while. Taking a look into Thursday, again, more clouds on the way, but it does look like we're going to at least start with some sunshine to try to keep our temperatures up. Now tonight, the overnight low is expected to be about 40. Partly cloudy. We've got a little bit more than a half moon in and out of the clouds. And then tomorrow we get up to 53. Breezy conditions with a mix of sun and clouds through the day, so that'll be more appropriate for springtime. But look at this. We're looking at temperatures, although the high is 53 tomorrow, the low is 22. That's the cold air that I'm talking about, and it'll still be in place as we get into Thursday. It does look like we'll have some bright sunshine, but we're going back to 27 on Friday, up to 64. One of the warmest temperatures suddenly jumping higher, and then we have about a 40% chance of showers spilling over into Saturday, and we're back down below freezing. So talk about a roller coaster. It keeps going up, down, up, down. Here we are back to the 60s as we start Monday and Tuesday of next week. Well, tonight's winner for the Sketch the Outdoors contest, sponsored by People's Bank, is Lily Brooks. And this one, I believe, is simply called Flowers. If you'd like to enter the daily contest, submit your digital copy of your child's outdoor artwork on our WTAP webpage. Look for the entry, Sketch the Outdoors, and follow the directions to upload and enter. A new winner is drawn each weekday and presented at both 6 and 11 p.m. newscasts. Phyllis?
Thank you, Kirk. Well, spring seems like it's been kind of a roller coaster.
You can say that again. But then it is every year. Everybody says, oh, I'm not used to this. It's never been this wild before. No, actually, it has been.
It was a blustery day to vote.
Yeah. But people were able to get out. At least it was brighter. I think the turnout is better when you have sunshine than when it's gloomy and cold.
Yes, that helps to lift the spirits. So it's been a busy day, the primary election in Ohio, and then the first day of spring. So lots
and I'm
going
wearing
on.
my first day of spring tie. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a little kind of flower pattern in there.
Oh,
don't wear it very often.
Yes, it's a very nice tie. Thank you, Kirk. Still ahead, we'll introduce you to the Golden Apple Award winner for this month. She's a reading interventionist from Chris Elementary. That story is next at 11.
We're honored to be the Valley's most trusted hearing healthcare provider for over 20 years. Absolutely. Andy has just been phenomenal. My mother-in-law has since been housebound, and Andy made a house call, went out, checked her hearing. She has new hearing aids.
I'm 100% satisfied with the service I've got here and wouldn't go anyplace else for any reason.
Come to Pioneer Hearing, Pike Street in Marietta.
Not only is buying insurance not fun, shopping for it is a real pain in the... But ask yourself, wouldn't it be nice to go to one insurance agency that can shop multiple carriers for you? That way you know you're getting the coverage you need at the most competitive price. At Interstate Insurance, we work for you, not a single carrier. Whatever your insurance needs, we'll help you find the perfect coverage. After all, shopping for insurance, it should be just as smooth and easy as my golf swing. Well, not my golf swing.
Interstate Insurance, 3 generations of insurance excellence. Life is unpredictable, and insurance is something we often don't think about. Sizemore Insurance wants to make sure your loved ones are financially secure with our life insurance options, providing peace of mind for you and your family. Let us help you protect what matters most. Sizemore can also help you protect those other investments. Whether it's business or farm coverage, we'll tailor a plan to safeguard that important investment. Whatever your insurance needs, auto, home, business, or life insurance, Sizemore Insurance is here to help. Call or visit us today in Parkersburg or Ripley.
Just got stronger. The United Football League kicks off March 30th.
The Jan Dills Golden Apple Award was given to a reading interventionist from Chris Elementary School this morning. Our Alexa Griffey introduces us to this month's winner.
It just means a lot, honestly. Just makes me feel humbled.
Alyssa Gump is a reading interventionist at Chris Elementary and this month's Jan Dills Golden Apple Award winner. Gump has been at Chris for around 10 years, and she's known for being caring, collaborative, and one of the sincerest teachers. She said she was surprised when her name was announced as this month's winner.
I never really would have thought I would have gotten a golden apple. That's what I was thinking, like, what?
Gump is known for being passionate about her career and her students' success. She helps make school fun for everyone.
I just remember to laugh and smile, and I have great support system here. The people here are the best.
Gump is very involved with the school, helping with PTA, fundraisers, and events. This allows her to have a strong connection to her current and previous students, which she says means a lot to her. When asked what she'd say to all her students, this was her response.
I guess just thank you. It's been a joy to get to help kids with reading, and I just appreciate them helping me to love my job, and I just love every one of them.
Alexa Griffey, WTAP News. This is home.
Head over to WTAP.com, click on Golden Apple, and fill out the nomination form if you'd like to nominate a teacher for the Jan Dills Golden Apple Award. Coming up next, a wrestler on the Warren girls wrestling team has only been on wrestling for 2 years, but she's already made it to the state tournament. Meet Nevaeh Rockholt next at 11.
Many things have changed since ProClean Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning started serving the Mid-Ohio Valley over 20 years ago. One thing that's never changed is ProClean's commitment to affordable, high-quality professional cleaning with a hometown personal touch. ProClean can restore your dirty carpet, upholstery, or ceramic tile and grout back to its former beauty. Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the locally owned professionals at ProClean Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning. Cleaning done the safe way, the right way, theprocleanway.com. That's theprocleanway.com.
I'm Chris Miller. I own guns because I like them. I shoot guns because it's fun, and it's my God-given right. Should it ever be necessary to protect my family from an armed criminal, I will not hesitate to exercise that right. So gun grabbers, listen up. Any attempt to infringe upon West Virginia's rights to keep and bear arms will be met with full resistance so long as I'm governor. I'm Chris Miller, and I suggest you just not try.
That tax refund you're getting may seem like found money, but it sure can be easy to lose. Hi, I'm David Haas with Morrison Incorporated. Using your tax refund to upgrade to energy-efficient home comfort equipment is an investment with a real payback. It'll offer you savings on your energy bills for years to come. Make more of your tax refund this year. Invest in a high-efficiency Bryant comfort system from Morrison Incorporated. We're always ready, and Bryant, whatever it takes.
Reliable service for 60 years.
We're gonna get this guy together.
New Law and Order Thursday on NBC.
A wrestler on the Warren girls wrestling team has made great strides in her 2-year wrestling career. Nevaeh Rockhold is a senior wrestler who placed for the second time in her 2-year wrestling career at the Ohio State Tournament. Going in, she said it was an honor to be able to even make it back to the state tournament after her first year.
Being able to place in general and then winning my very last match. Bunch of tears, but so much excitement, you know. I've only been in the sport for 2 years, but the love you have for it is really cool.
She says she enjoys being a role model for the younger girls on the team. Well, speaking of sports, the Parkersburg South baseball team looked for their first win as they faced Ripley at home. Josiah Schuneman has the highlights in sports after this.
An accident can mean weeks of recovery and time away from your job with no money coming in, while the insurance company tries to pay out as little as possible. But you don't have to do this alone. When you reach out to Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law, you'll have someone on your side to help you get the compensation you deserve.
Hi, I'm Jan Dills. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car wreck, call us today.
A beautiful landscape can be yours with help from Thompson's Landscaping. Find peace and tranquility in your yard. Beauty unique to each season. Thompson's Landscaping and Garden Center. Installing and maintaining your landscape for 45 years and 4 generations. Call to schedule your free design with Thompson's today.
I have a simple rule. When Biden screws West Virginia, I sue Biden, and West Virginia wins. A lot.
When Biden came for our jobs with his radical Green New Deal, Patrick Morrissey sued Biden's EPA and won. Morrissey sued the swamp to protect our freedoms. He was the first candidate to endorse President Trump. As governor, Morrissey will keep taking on the tough fights and winning for West Virginia. Patrick Morrissey for governor. Proven conservative, fighter, winner.
Welcome to National Carports. We originated the steel carport and garage industry in the Mid-Ohio Valley in 1996. For 27 years, we've been helping our customers meet their needs. Garages starting at $4,500 installed on your site. 12-gauge certified buildings designed and fabricated by us using American steel with a 40-year warranty.
With all local dealers, employees, and crews, we are your #1 choice. From designing to building, big or small, we cover them all. National Carports, we got you covered.
Let's all take a deep breath, because once we peel out, there's no looking back.
Good evening, everyone. We had action on the diamond tonight with the Parkersburg South Patriots playing host to Ripley. We head out to Hank Greenberg Field with the Patriots looking for their first win. Gatlin Donahue hits it right to TJ Thomas, who throws to second, and the throw to Kate Mackey at first is in time for a double play. South trails 2-1. Bottom of the second, Eli Davis is the plate, but he's caught looking as Jackson Curry strikes him out. His team still up as he looks to hold the lead. However, South would even it up as Connor McMullen hits this ball to right field. Ripley trying to get under it, but the ball drops for a base hit, and that drives in Ashton Burr for an RBI single. We're all knotted up at 2, still in the second inning. We skip ahead to the bottom of the fourth. Davis pulls this ball to right. Right fielder tries to make a play on it. Ball's in his glove, but it pops out. A run would score. Davis with the RBI double to give South the lead. Later in the inning, Curry's pitch bounces into his catcher's glove for strike 3. They try to get the final out of the inning at first, but the throw is off the mark. Davis ends up coming around a score that extends the lead to 4-2. However, Ripley would come from behind and defeat Parkersburg South 8-5. And now over to Williamstown with the Yellow Jackets starting their season against Tyler Consolidated. Parker Schramm rips this ball down the right field line. 2 runs will come in to score with both Sam Terry and Wyatt Powell reaching home safely. That's good for a 2-run double for Schramm as the Jackets strike first, leading 2-0 in the third inning. Moving to the top of the fourth, now 4-0 Williamstown. Owen Westbrook lifts his ball to right, and that'll drop for a hit. Ethan Clark comes around to score. Westbrook with the RBI double to get the Knights on the board, making it 4-1. We move ahead to the bottom of the fifth. Tyler Consolidated has cut it to a 1-run game. Luke Ancrom crushes this ball to left field. That'll go over the fence for a 3-run home run. Williamstown extends its lead to 7-3. Later in the inning, Wyatt Powell, he's going to hit a bouncer to short. Reese Davis tries to make the play at first, but the throw is offline with bodies flying. 3 runs will come in to score as Williamstown cruises to the 13-3 victory over Tyler Consolidated in its home opener. And the Parkersburg Big Reds were back at home facing Hurricane. The Big Reds pulled out the 8-6 victory. PHS improves to 2-1 on the season. Next up will be a road game against St. Albans on Thursday. And in other scores, the Williamstown softball team was searching for their first win as they also took on Tyler Consolidated at home. However, they would drop this one to the Lady Knights 20-7. And in more baseball, the Warren Warriors and the Waterford Wildcats competed in a scrimmage game. The Warriors won this one handily over the Wildcats 10-2. The West Virginia women's basketball team was selected as a number 8 seed for the 2024 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. The Mountaineers begin the first round against number 9 seed Princeton in the Albany 2 region at the Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City, Iowa. That game will tip off on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. This will be the second straight NCAA tournament appearance for WVU and the 15th in program history. Their opponent, Princeton, earned an automatic bid to the Big Dance after defeating Columbia in the Ivy Madness Championship game last Saturday. Head coach Mark Kellogg talks about his mentality going into his team's first-round matchup.
You just have to be extremely dialed in to the game plan, to what your strengths are. And then I think typically once the ball gets tossed, though, you get lost in the game and you just we just play hoops, and I just coach like I've been coaching and just trying to lead them, as best as I can. But yeah, I think you got to be careful trying to change what you've done that's been pretty successful up to date.
And with regular season games beginning tomorrow with the Soul Series, tonight's Sports Poll question asked you, were you excited for the MLB season to begin? Yes or no? Most of you voted yes. I know I am as well. I'm ready for the baseball season to begin as spring season is approaching, and that'll do it for sports. Back to you, Phyllis.
Thank you, Josiah. When we come back, Kirk has one last look at the forecast.
Wake Up MOV and Daybreak weekdays with Alexa Griffey and Henry Groff.
Hey Google, who's the best pet spa in the valley?
Videos of wet bears in Hawaii? Here you go.
No. Hey Google, the best pet spa. I need grooming and boarding for my fur babies.
Crazy Bone Pet Spa. Would you like me to dial their number?
Yes. Let's give Crazy Bone a call.
Crazy Bone Pet Spa, how may I help you?
Crazy Bone Pet Spa, the best grooming, boarding, and daycare in the Valley. 19th Street and Garfield Avenue, Parkersburg.
Untreated hearing loss can lead to cognitive decline. Even mild hearing loss shows functional changes in the brain. I'm Dr. Erin Wells. Schedule an appointment at Mountain Ears Hearing Clinic to see what your options are for better hearing.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. Right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
It's time for workshops because retirement comes with lots of questions.
Like, should I roll over my 401k to an IRA?
When should I start Social Security?
Which estate planning documents should I already have in place?
For over 40 years, we've helped our clients answer these tough questions about retirement.
Join us for our next workshop or call us today for a free consultation.
Untreated hearing loss can lead to cognitive decline. Even mild hearing loss shows functional changes in the brain. I'm Dr. Erin Wells. Schedule an appointment at Mountain Ears Hearing Clinic to see what your options are for better hearing.
Well, you can see the pollen level will be higher as we go through this week. Once again, we're looking at tree pollen. You can download the free Pinpoint Weather app from WTAP and get all the weather information downloaded directly into your phone. Tonight, we're going to bottom out at about 40, partly cloudy, but it won't last because tomorrow we go up to 53, but then drop to 22 the following night. So it's a wild roller coaster. You just have to get through spring. Since this is the first official day of it, we can celebrate.
We'll have to buckle up. Thank you, Kurt. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for joining us, and you can find more election coverage on WTAP.com and on Daybreak tomorrow.